Yeah, so to my mind, I would think that you're referring to, let's say, the likes those that use foundations, for example.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, things
Some,
like
yeah, yeah.
foundations
Mm,
and
mm.
donations.
Donations, yes, yes. Donations, yeah. Charitable initiatives and all that,
Charitable
yeah.
initiatives. Yeah, so I
Mm.
think basically what the law tries to do is to ensure that whatever body you are donating to, right, is of public character. I think there's also that focus on that because many people have also used in the past as tax planning tool, to create foundation here and then move money because of the law has said that donations are allowable deductions, right? So they will rather create one foundation or the other and then push money to that particular foundation, and then of course that is allowed to go as a tax deductible item. In that case, totally crashing down their tax liability. So the law has said, okay, it has to be able to, that area is not just no longer open to the way it is or open ended. Of course, there are certain requirements that, of course, you also have to meet, which is one of them is to ensure that the particular body benefiting from that is when I say public in nature, public in character, is that is not, of course, that the same foundation is also traceable to a private business or a commercial venture. So if you are donating to, for example, um, yes, let's say you are donating, for example, to a public school, for example, right, the government public school, for example, that could also be understandable again. So and um, some other areas you could also look at to donate to. But when it's observed that that donation is actually not, is also another way of pushing profit because the whole idea is to ensure that there's no loophole where you can take advantage of to undermine the tax codes. So yeah, so that would be my comment on the issue of donation. For if your objective is to donate to contribute or to do some corporate social responsibility, right? Of course, that is also not a bad idea. The law, there's not so much, the law doesn't prevent you from doing that. But again, you have to ensure that you're not doing that uh, to actually undermine for tax purpose, maybe for tax planning purposes. And I also forgot to add that there's also a new provision introduced in the tax law. I think the tax Nigerian Tax Act, if I'm not mistaken, that requires they require that uh, corporates disclose their tax planning um, arrangements. So it's no longer the era you do tax planning. So you have to disclose exactly what you are doing and why you are doing it, right? So that's also one thing I needed to add to this.